guys, Molly here, and I'm gonna do my vlog of one of my first concerts at the SAP Center. Um, my one of my first concerts was the Selena Gomez one, which is what I'm wearing, and it was last night. Yes, I'm 17 years old, and it was my first huge concert, like my very big, like the biggest concert I've ever been to, or so to speak. Every time I've gone to a concert so far, they've been small, not too big, not too small. They've just been like bands mostly, like reggae bands like Raging Fire, Fortunate Youth, and Stick Figure. They all played out one thing, and actually it was like a long, like it took like a couple of hours to like get there. It was in San Francisco, and then changing out the sets took forever. And I just remember having to stand there. Like I've never went to a concert where you actually sat down. Like I've only gone to concerts where you have to sit, stand up. And I had my friend Kaylee. Shout out to you, girlfriend. She took me to what's this concert called? She took me to Selena Gomez's concert. I'm trying to think who else played. There was one girl, I can't remember what her name was. It was like Ben something. Ben. Sorry, my dog's playing with toys in my room. But then dance went on, and Selena Gomez. We didn't get to stay, unfortunately, for the whole show, which I was kind of bummed about. But we still got to go. So I was just like, yeah, bitch, yeah. Anyways, my friend's stepdad, or so to speak, she had got me this, and I really wanted it. They didn't have it in my size, unfortunately. This is an extra large. You can still see my little cute belly button piercing, but I kind of wanted it just a little bit shorter. But after wearing it today for like the first time, like I noticed that it's like cut and like strands are like coming off. Like I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. There's like little strands coming off of the material, and it's kind of like cheap. Like I honestly think someone just took a big ass sweater, measured from here to here, made sure there was like a good quarter to whatever it is. I think this is 3 inches right here off, and then just cut it straight across. Like I honestly think that's what that happened with this sweater, which isn't bad because I mean I would have done the same thing if I had to get a large. But I mean, hey, you deal with what you got. Also, I do like how big the arms of these are, so I do this. No, I'm joking. Anyways, the concert was really nice. A little bit of how it went down was my friend had called me and told me, hey, I have an extra ticket. What are you doing tonight? I was like, nothing. And she's like, you might want to say you're free. And I was like, why? And she's like, I have an extra ticket to a Selena Gomez concert. I was like, oh my god. I was like, I totally want to go. Like, I always wanted to go see one of her concerts, but every time I want to go, it's like too expensive, and I can't afford it, you know? So she was like, oh yeah, you can go. So she picked me up, and we got up there, and we got there like halfway through Dance's performance. That's one of the Jonas Brothers. That's Joe Jonas' band, and he is, let me tell you, puberty did well on this man. Okay, so he was on, and then I got kind of pissed. I was like, at this point in time, he already played 4 songs. At My Place was like one of the last 2 songs that he played, and I was like, oh, at least he played one of the songs that I knew. Like, you know, like I'm not too worried. But I was kind of mad. I was like, if they don't play Cake by the Ocean, I'm gonna flip my shit. And they ended up playing it, which was really nice because he was like, well, we have to go, and then he was like, but we have one more song. So it was like, oh, well, it's probably not going to be, like, full song. It's probably just going to be, like, another one, because At My Place was another one of their new singles. So I was just like, oh, I was like, okay, well, it's probably going to be another one of those ratchet songs. It ended up not. It ended up being Cake by the Ocean. I was like, yes! I was, like, living life the good way. And, yeah. And it literally took, like, 2 songs, I believe. And it was Never Forget You. Like, right after they had, like, gone off stage, like they pulled everything off, and it literally took them like so quick. Like they were done in like maybe like 1.5 songs, because like by the time they were done with Never Forget You, they started playing another song, and like everyone started screaming. Like you could just hear the like crowd roaring, like screaming and yelling for like Selena Gomez. And I was like, oh my god, we're gonna miss it. So by the time we ran out there, we were like, we had to sprint around the entire stadium just to get back on the one side we wanted to be on. Oh, let me tell you, it was like crazy. Like when I first walked in, like you can hear the crowd roaring, like you can hear it. And I mean, it's so crazy. Like I don't understand how people like could do that. But I was just like, oh my gosh. And unfortunately, my little pooch had to stay home. This is my dog Marley. She's a female, and she is a. I think we came down to she's a rat terrier and wire hair terrier. I can't really see her, but she's just my little girl. She's all happy and excited to see me. She stays with my mom, and I live at my grandma's. So she's all excited to see me today. Want your toy? But yeah, I'm babysitting my doggy. My cute pooch. She's so cute. Look at her. Yeah, here you go. Take it. So cute. Anyway, she unfortunately had to stay home by herself and sit there. So not my fault, but she has her own little bed, so I'm not too worried about this dog. But anyways, yeah, I had a really good time at my first concert. I was just like, yeah, living for this dream. I would honestly say yes to going to another concert at the SAP Center because where we had sat, like you can see everything. So like, I honestly did like it, but I did ask a friend like, hey, have you ever gone to the SAP Center? And they're like, oh yeah, like it was like days ago. Like I'd gone there for a hockey game, like for the Sharks hockey game, and I mean it wasn't cold, but it was like nice and cold. But let me tell you, okay, I don't know if it's just me, but when I first walked in there, like it might have been like all the perfume that the girls were wearing, but I couldn't get over the smell, like the scent that was giving off. Like I was like, it was like a cologne or almost. I honestly think it was a guy that was sitting next to me because my friend couldn't smell it, and I was like, I don't know. And I only smelt it when we were sitting in that one spot too. So I was like, dude, this it smells so good. And honestly, I think it was a mix of his cologne and like the girl in front of me because I did ask her like because she sprayed perfume and I could smell it and then I smelled the guy's cologne and it kind of mixed and I think that's what it was. But I was just like, oh my god, like it smells like really good. But I was just like, mm. Because I have gone in the SAP Center where it smells like sweaty ass men, and that's when I went to the hockey game there. And I wasn't too happy when I went to the hockey game there, though, because I almost got hit in the face by some big old drunk dude. So yeah, and yeah. And in order to get this jacket, it took forever. We waited in line, and I unfortunately got the last one. They did have them hanging up on the wall, but I needed a smaller size because this one was too big. And I literally went to every single booth around the stadium to like get a smaller size. And they're like, oh no, sorry, you can't. I'm like, excuse me, like, come on. Although I did wear it for like 10, I probably wore it for like 15 minutes before I actually went around, started to look. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I was like, I'm kind of digging this. And then I was kind of like, it's too fucking big. So I, like, eventually, like, when I raised my arms up, I mean, I'm fine. It's just the sides that are kind of dainty. So I was kind of worried about that because when I do raise my arms up and it's like above my chest, like, okay, so if I have my arms out, like, this is fine. I don't care. But when I do bring my arms up, and then if, like, I had no boobs, non-existent boobs, you'd be able to see my bra, like, all right here and stuff. And it just sucks. So, I mean, it's a cute jacket, because, like, it's a half, like, big jacket, big hoodie. And it's a cute-ass hoodie, too. And I'm living. But, yeah. And I honestly really like the whole thing. The whole concert was really good. She played her new Revival. I think the Revival. Her new Revival CD. She's been working on it for 2 years. And I like the song Survivor Revival, and there's another really good one, but I can't remember. But she did do a lot of throwbacks, and I was really happy about that because she played Perfect. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called Perfect. Oh no, it's called Who Said. And literally, like, I was living because that was like the shit when I was like 11 years old. And my friend, not my friend, but my the person who was sitting on my right side, they were sitting there like, and they were like not my age. I want to say they were a little younger, and we're like rocking out like me and my friend, and they're like, I've never heard this song before. And I'm like, you are not living. Like, you need to, like, come on. So I literally was like, you need to go and, like, look and listen to her old, like, older music from when she was, like, 16, 17, 18. Because, like, she has some, like, good-ass shit. Don't get me wrong. Her music now is, like, poppin'. But it's still, like, she's, like, when she, like, came out on stage, one of the songs was, like, oh, yeah, like, I got irritated one night at this one guy, and I wrote this song. So, like, when I obviously heard, like, this one guy and mad, I automatically assumed, I'm like, oh, it's about Justin Bieber, guys. Automatically knew because this happened in the past 2 years, and some of the songs were really happy, like, she was happy in them, and she was saying, like, oh, yeah, like, everything's perfect, da-da-da. But it's just, like, she did say it was about a guy, and she got really irritated one night, and she wrote that song, and I was kind of like, I know who this one's about, guys. But it was just, like, crazy. Anyways, yeah, that's mostly it. My dog's just sitting there, like, looking at me like I'm a crazy person talking about stuff. But anyways, I love you guys, and that's all I had to say for my my first concert at SAP Center. But yeah, I had a really good and enjoyable time. I believe I will be going back for another concert. Unfortunately, I didn't pay for this ticket, so I wouldn't know. But tickets there do run to like $200 to $1,000 for one seat. And I know when I went to the hockey game, we won tickets to that. So, like, girl, like, we need to win some more tickets. But anyways, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!